So, the Mage. A set of highly customizable fighters that can really be a joy to mess around with. The categories of Brawler, Sword Fighter and Gunner allow players to create a wide range of playable characters that otherwise can't make it into Smash as fully realized characters. Nintendo even started making really high quality costumes that completely forego the Mii motif entirely. But what if there was a fourth class of Mii? One that would allow even more characters to get their Smash debut. Today we'll be looking at ideas and possibilities for the Mii Mage. Before we get started with the actual moveset, there are some things I need to clarify. First of all, a special thank you to Brawler for my Discord for bringing this idea to my attention. This video wouldn't exist without you. Now, the Miis generally have a pretty basic and generic moveset, either ripping off other characters or just being an attack that goes in the direction you move the stick and nothing else. I'll be kinda continuing that trend with this moveset, taking moves from other magic characters like Zelda and Robin, as well as other basic magic stuff. The Mii Mage won't have any sort of magic meter or anything like that, relying on end lag and cooldowns for their most powerful attacks for balance, similar to Zelda. As this character has no reference material, I'll be trying to illustrate this video using these things. This is the first time I'm trying to use figures to illustrate anything, so just bear with me on this one. There will be two types of Mii Mage, one using a tome and the other using a staff. This will allow even more costume possibilities than just including one of them. However, all of their hitboxes will be identical, with only the animations being slightly different. As everything is identical, I'll be focusing on the tome Mii in this video, bringing up the staff Mii whenever there are any major differences. I guess you can call the staff Mii a echo fighter of the tome Mii, but that's probably me just reading too much into things. Anyway, with all of that out of the way, let's get started. The Mii Mage will be about the same weight as Villager and the Ice Climbers. She'll have 2 jumps and no other movement options. The Mii Mage's jab will be basically the same as Robin's, with 2 strikes in front of her with wind magic, and the Gentleman will follow up with a small explosion. And the rapid jab will be a flurry of wind attacks. For the staff Mii, the first 2 hits will be with the staff, and the rest will be the same. For her forward tilt, she'll step forward and shoot a small blast out of her hand. This will be slightly slow for a tilt, but will be quite powerful, and can KO at higher percents. Up tilt will be the same as Zelda's, however it would have slightly less start lag and be less powerful. Down tilt will have the Mii Mage crouch down and make a small explosion on the ground in front of her that hits low and can be used to edge guard on the ledge. Her dash attack will be slightly unconventional. Instead of dashing forward like a normal dash attack, the Mii Mage will stop in her tracks and send a jet of water straight forward from her hands. Unlike other water attacks, this won't just push foes away, but will actually be a multi-hitting attack that deals damage while sending foes tumbling to the ground after being hit. The jet of water sends foes quite a distance forward, and is more of a spacer than a combo tool. Neutral air would also be a water attack. This will have the Mii Mage spin a stream of water around herself to hit opponents. This will be the regular old spinning neutral air. And like Pyrotana, this move can combo into itself and other moves at lower percents. Forward air would be basically Mega Man's back air, but just going forward, and obviously using wind magic and not blades like Mega Man. Up air would be the same as Zelda's, however the blast will be slightly smaller in exchange for it having less start and end lag. Back air will have her shoot out a pulse of water. This will have a wide range and is quite strong, and will even push the Mii Mage slightly forward, similar to Corrin's back air. Down air would be the same as Ness, with her quickly spinning around and stomping downwards, spiking opponents that get hit at the start of the move. For her side smash, she will send a few bolts of electricity forward, causing quite a bit of hit stun before sending foes flying. The bolt will always have the same amount of range, but the power of the move will depend on how much you charge it. For her up smash, she will hit opponents with a flame attack that goes from in front to behind herself, similar to Samus's up smash. Down smash will have her punch the ground, causing 2 rock pillars to sprout out on either side of her. This move is really powerful and can even be used to block certain projectile attacks. However, it has quite a bit of end lag, so make sure to be careful. Keeping in line with the other Mii fighters, the Mii Mage will be customizable with 3 different variations of each special move. For her first neutral special, she'll be able to use Meteor Strike. This is a chargeable attack which will have her summon a large rock above her, and once you let the button go, the rock will come crashing into the ground. The rock will start off pretty small and can be charged up for 5 seconds. Once the 5 seconds are up, the meteor will be released automatically. This move can be useful for hitting people that are off stage or annoying people that are close of you with a move that can't be countered or reflected. The second neutral special would be Wind Bomb. This will have the Mii Mage shoot out a small projectile that can be directed slightly with the control stick. When you let the button go or after a certain amount of time passes, the projectile will explode, sending a blast of wind in every direction. This can be used in a similar way to Snake's Nukida missile, blowing players away from the stage, making them unable to recover. Or you can use it to blow people toward yourself, allowing you to follow up with something. If this move is used in the air, it will slow your descent for a bit, but you can't use it again until you touch the ground. And it also has a 3-second cooldown. The third neutral special will be Summon. This will summon one of 5 random creatures that can help you in battle. These creatures will be taken from Miitopia, a Mii RPG on the 3DS. Quick editor's note, this script was made a really long time ago, and Miitopia for the Switch was not announced yet, so that's why I'm saying 3DS here. Anyway, carrying on. In that game, enemies didn't really have faces, instead using the faces of the Miis on your system instead. I'd like to incorporate the idea into this move as well. So when you summon a creature, that creature will have the same face as your Mii. This will also help to tell who's who in a match. Getting onto the creatures themselves, the first one would be a butterfly, which flies around the stage and slams itself into any opponents that are in the air. Although it doesn't do a lot of damage, it does hit pretty hard. The next creature will be a slime. This will slowly jump around the stage, hitting opponents nearby. It doesn't do much damage, but getting hit by it will cause the foe to have a 20% speed debuff for 7 seconds. Next is the golem. This creature is quite large but is slow to compensate. He will walk around the stage and punch opponents near him. The punches are easy to dodge but devastating if you get hit. Next is a dragon. This will fly around the stage breathing fire similar to the Tiki Assist trophy, although not as powerful. Finally is the Dark Lord, one of the final bosses of the game. He will claw and scratch at enemies, dealing a lot of damage, even being able to break shields if you're not careful. All of these creatures have an equal chance of appearing and all stay around for 15 seconds. However, the Mii Mage will only be allowed to use this move 3 times per stock, similar to Banjo's side B, because otherwise this move would just be completely broken. And also you'll only be able to have 1 summon out at a time. Luckily for me, side special will be a lot easier. In fact, all 3 moves are basically identical. All 3 of the Mii Mage's possible side special will be chargeable elemental attacks, similar to Hero's neutral special. It'll be one of those save it for later kind of charge attacks, like Samus's, Mewtwo's and Hero's neutral specials. The first being a fire attack, the second being an electric attack, and the third being ice. There isn't much to explain here as they would work pretty much as you would expect them to. The fire one would shoot a fireball straight forward, the electric one would shoot a bolt of electricity forward, and the ice one will have a large snowflake moving forward, freezing anyone it touches. Up special will also be kind of simple. The first one being a basic teleport. This one won't be able to do any damage, similar to Palutena or Mewtwo's teleport. The second one will have the Mii float in the air, similar to Peach and Daisy's floating ability, but you can move in any direction. It would last for 4 seconds and you would have to touch the ground to use it again. If the staff Mii uses this move, she would sit on her staff and glide like that, like the classic witch on a broomstick kind of thing. The last up B would use wind magic to send her upwards. This would be a mix of both Robin's and Hero's up B. They'll be able to charge like Hero's to get more height, but the visuals would be more similar to Robin's one. The first down special would be the basic Reflector, with a 1.2 times damage bonus. The second one will be Healing Field. This would work similar to PSI Magnet. You can hold down the special for up to 5 seconds before the move ends automatically. During that time, you can absorb energy projectiles to heal 20% of whatever damage they would do. For example, a move that would deal 20% of damage would heal you by 4%. Also, every second that you are in the field would automatically heal 1.5%. So keeping up for the full 5 seconds means you can heal for 7.5% altogether. Like Ness and Lucas, you can also use this move to stall yourself in the air. However, it doesn't have a hits box like PSI Magnet. After using it, you have to wait 3 seconds before you're able to use it again. The final down special would be the Craziest, that being Hocus Pocus. This move is similar to the Hocus Pocus that Hero has in his down special, causing a variety of different effects that can help or hurt you during the battle. There will be 10 different effects, which is less than Hero's 21, and some of them can backfire on you. The first one will turn you big, as if you got the Super Mushroom item. It would also last the same amount of time as the item. Next will cause the closest opponent to be hit with the timer effect, slowing them down and allowing you to hit them without too much of an issue. The third will cause any opponent right in front of you to be poisoned. This would work similar to Joker's AHA move. Next would have you shoot a slow projectile that would cause anyone hit by it to go to sleep, similar to Hero's Snooze. However, the visual effect would be different. The fifth would make anyone close by go dizzy. Next will be a attack and defense buff for 10 seconds. After that is a speed and jump height buff for 10 seconds. Then would be a medium range ice blast that would freeze any opponent hit by it. Number 9 will turn you invisible for a bit. And the last would be Ruin. Because I had to include at least one Fire Emblem thing in there. Ruin is essentially what would happen if you cut Hero's Magic Burst in half to make it a dome and set it off in front of your character instead of around it. This move won't be as powerful as Magic Burst, but it's still pretty strong regardless. All of these effects besides the last two I mentioned, the Invisibility and Ruin, will have a 1 in 8 chance of backfiring on you. So for example, the one that makes you big would make you small as if you got the Poison Mushroom, the timer will infect you instead of the opponents, the buffing effects will turn into debuffs, etc. This is obviously a high risk, high reward move, so use it sparingly. That said, you can only use this move again after 6 seconds, and the Mii Mage's tome or staff will glow purple to let you know you can use it again. The Mii Mage will grab and pummel the opponents with magic in a similar way to Zelda. For her forward throw, she would blast a foe with magical energy, sending them forward. Up throw will have the Mii Mage spin the opponent above her and then send the opponent upwards, similar to Mewtwo's up throw. Down throw will have her slam the opponent into the ground and blast the foe with fire magic before sending them flying. And back throw will have the Mii Mage teleport the opponent behind herself, sending them flying. Back throw will be the strongest of the throws, with slightly less KO power than Ness's back throw. The other throws can be used to start combos and all that other stuff. The Mii Mage's final smash would be called Abyss. This will have the Mii Mage create a black hole that will suck opponents in and deal damage to them the longer they are inside. After that, it explodes and sends foes in all directions. For all intensive purposes, this final smash is identical to Zelda's but with a new coat of paint. This move won't have the auto KO feature that Zelda's has, but in exchange will have increased overall damage and launch power. The Mii Mage's entrance animation will have them appear in a ring of light, similar to a lot of the Fire Emblem cast. For her up taunt, she will create a small elemental ball in her hand. with the element being randomly chosen between fire, water, ice, electricity and wind. Side taunt will have the Mage surrounded by red energy and then strike a pose, which is taken from Metopia. For down taunt, she'll float in the air for a second and chuckle. This will be just an animation, as in there won't be any sound effects for the chuckling. For victory animations, the first will be the victory animation from Metopia, with the mage spinning her staff/tone downwards and then crossing over to the side. The second animation will have her try to conjure up a spell and fail, causing an explosion and sending the mage tumbling to the ground. The final animation will have her create some magical sparks and then point her hand forward, similar to one of Zelda's victory animations. Now for the fun part, costumes. Being a Mii, there'll be a variety of costumes that the Mii can wear. Obviously there'll be the generic costumes like the witch's hat and cloak, etc. However, I would like to go through some characters that can be realized with a Mii Mage outfit. And obviously you can give me your own ideas in the comments below. Starting off with the Tome Mii, some of the most obvious would be, like it or not, from Fire Emblem. Although there are many mages over the course of the series, the ones I feel are the most well known would be Soren, Tharia, Celica and Lysithea. Going to other franchises though, maybe we can see Din, Nehru and Furore from the Legend of Zelda series. Or even a different version of Zelda herself. Say the Ocarina of Time version of Zelda or something. Midna is kinda a stretch, but if that happens it'll probably be her true form and not her imp one. Phosphora from Kid Icarus will probably fit really well as a Mii. I don't think her being an assist trophy can affect that happening though. You got the three Mage sisters and Adeline from Kirby, and the Sprixie princesses from Super Mario 3D World. Honestly, I don't think those are very likely. Going out of Nintendo series though, you got a few decent candidates from Castlevania, however I don't think that they are that well known. Shantae could be a good choice, but honestly I'd much rather see her as a fully fledged character. You can honestly bring anyone from basically any RPG ever if you really think about it. Dragon Quest, the Mana series, the Tale of series, Final Fantasy, there's loads to pull from. Oh, okay. Well, guess not then. Going on to staff Miis, we can have Kamek, Viridi, Medusa, Ashley from WarioWare, Mela from Xenoblade, Lip, some Golden Sun characters. Again, if we factor the wealth of RPGs, the possibilities are basically endless. Although it might have been a bit obvious, I probably need to say that the thing that chooses if your character is a Tome or Staff Mii is the body costume you choose for that Mii. As I said in the beginning, both kinds are really the same character with the same character slot, but just with slight visual differences. Honestly, I think a Mii Mage is the most obvious choice when it comes to expanding on the Miis in Smash. And thinking about it now, I'm kinda surprised that such a thing didn't happen when Smash Ultimate came out. Anyway, what do you think about Mii Mages coming into Smash? Let me know in the comments below. But that's it for me for now, and until next time, see ya.